Hey y'all, this is Travell Richardson, and this is the Be Ready anthem, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Stay ready, be ready, 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 stay ready. Every show, new face, new dream. Young man out here building a team from the track to the court to the turf and the rings. They all grown different, but they got the same theme. Putting in works when the lights not on. Late nights, early morning, still going strong. They don't do it for the lights, they do it for the fight. Future looking bright, cause they training for their life. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. Spotlight on them, time to show love. Rather smart than dream, all star from above. The hustle in their heart, purpose in their feet, and they voice on this mic that echoes in the streets. Every episode, no cap, no fake. Just young ones grinding, rising to the stage. Different faces, same goals. Rise above the pressure, yeah, holding goals. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. So put your hands together for my boys, Coach Tony and Carlos, for the Be Ready podcast coming on right now. Let's get it, let's go, y'all.
Let's go, y'all, indeed. All right, guys, we are live. Episode 107 of the Be Ready Sports Podcast, y'all. Episode 107, 7 episodes past the 100th episode, and here we are, episode 107 on a Friday night to kick off the weekend, on a Friday night to end off February and into March. So all right, guys, thank you guys for supporting. 107 episodes has been, a long way from episode 1, but thank you guys. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon to make sure you're notified of when we go live. Obviously 107 episodes, so obviously you gotta make sure you're in the loop, hit the bell icon so they get notified when we go live. And then just about a few minutes, it will scroll right about now. At Be Ready Sports Podcast on Instagram. That is where we post sports news, podcast clips, anything related with the podcast will be live on Instagram. We'll be live on Instagram. So podcast clips, sports topics, anything like that will be on the Be Ready Sports Podcast Instagram. And then this is where we are live on YouTube. So please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. All right, guys, episode 107 on a Friday night. And let's kick off this weekend with a very good guest tonight. So let's introduce him on. Tonight's guest is an 11-year-old class of 2033 football player from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City. This athlete plays for organization Odell Eagles. He is a team offensive player of the year, Super Bowl national champion, Pop Warner MVP, the best safety of the year, and best wide receiver of the year in North Carolina, and has 0 points scored on during his 8U season. So now, please welcome to the Be Ready Sports Podcast, Zion Kirkland, y'all. Zion, welcome to the show.
Hello.
All right, Zion, so give a little icebreaker by yourself to the audience here tonight.
So, my name is Zion Jace Kirkland, class of 2033, and I'm a receiver and safety and kick returner and punt returner. And I would say a school I go to Elizabeth Traditional Elementary. I'm in 5th grade, and I just got AB honor roll for report cards, Jake. So yeah.
AB honor roll. Hey, hold on, just 1 second. Okay, AB honor roll. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I remember getting those AB honors back in elementary school. Getting those AB honors, was amazing. Getting those AB honors, I remember, back in the day, when I was in elementary school, we couldn't see our grades like future. So we would get the report card, and this would be the first time I would be seeing my grades. So I'm just so excited. So the thing was in an envelope, basically
Oh,
white paper in an envelope. So basically, I take out the envelope, trying to open it, see if I got an AB, and I see AB. Yes, I got AB. But then there was this one time that I got a C, and I literally got so sad that I saw that C. I'm like, like I'm like sad, like I saw that C. But
that's
most of the
exactly
time,
how I feel. That's exactly how I felt when I got my first C.
yeah, literally, bro. Like back in the day, that C just broke me. But obviously, I see that AB. Yes, and then over at our school, they will reward us the AB and the A
Mm.
honors, with like a little like snack, breakfast type stuff.
Oh,
Rightfully so, rightfully so. So obviously, hey, congrats again, AB. And keep it up, keep it
appreciate
up.
it. I will.
For sure, indeed. All right, so let's kick this off with some sports topics, Zion. So, all right, so let's do this. All right. So now let's do our little annual ASN throwback. So, as you guys know, if you guys haven't been watching the show, we do this on every episode. Basically, all these events here, Zion, occurred on this day, but in a different year. So, for example, that first one right there, the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, they acquired Alex Smith. He was a quarterback over at the 49ers at the time in exchange for a second round pick and a 2014 third round pick. But this trade didn't become official until March 2nd. So,
Ooh.
yeah, so something like that. I don't have exact dates, but I do have exact years. Obviously, 2013 right there.
Mm.
2016, long range Steph Curry shot beats OKC in overtime. That grade three in OKC at the time. I think it was like Chesapeake Arena over there with OKC. Steph Curry hits a long one in overtime. A shot, a crazy shot, and he hit it. And he hit the shot to be the great OKC Thunder at the time. And obviously, Steph Curry and that team in 2016 was great. 73 wins, one of the greatest teams of all time. Steph Curry beats the OKC Thunder in overtime. 2017, the Steelers, they re-signed Antonio Brown at the time when he was very good over there at the Pittsburgh Steelers to a 4-year contract extension that makes him the highest paid receiver in the NFL at the time. So in 2017, he was the highest paid receiver in 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. So in 2023, as you can see, LeBron James out for an extended period with a foot injury. He had a foot injury, expected to face an indefinite absence after suffering a foot injury. And at the time, his timeline was not certain. So, yeah, so he was out for an extended period because of a foot injury in 2023. The Commanders, they released Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, he played for the Eagles. He played for the Eagles. Then he went to the Commanders. And then Commanders released him in 2023. Kansas, number 17, Kansas, the Jayhawks. The Jayhawks, they've been doing really good right now in college basketball. They've been doing really good. They upsetted Baylor. They upsetted number 2 Baylor on this day in 2020 during COVID. They beat them 71-58. And the Jayhawks, who were number 17 at the time, they upset number 2 Baylor at home at Allen Fieldhouse.
Wow.
2014, Eagles, they extend Jason Kelsey, offensive lineman, to a 6-year, $37.5 million contract extension. Kelsey was among the most expensive centers in the NFL. And yeah, so he was the most expensive center at the time in the NFL.
That's crazy. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Hassan, all these events are crazy. That one, yeah, and a
But
lot of.
I would mostly say this one in particular because that's the year I was born. So 2014. I don't know what exact month it was in, but it's the year. So I guess I'll say it like that.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And then 2015, the Browns, they signed Josh McCown, who was a quarterback. He was 35 at the time for the Buccaneers. Then he got traded to the Cleveland Browns. The Dolphins, they released Brian Hartline. He was a tight end for the Miami Dolphins. They released him in 2015. Cardinals, they released Darnell Dockett. Don't have an article on him. They didn't have an article on him. The Kings, they buy out Jimmy Frederick, 2014. And then Ali Marpet retires from the NFL in 2022. So Zion, so which event here was like the most interesting to you, like the one that stood out to you the most?
Probably I'll say Kansas hands Baylor their first loss. Upsets Baylor.
Okay, Kansas upsets Baylor. Okay, is that the only one?
Oh, and I would say probably mm, Steph Curry long range shot and overtime would beat Thunder. I think that would be
Mm, that's it.
yes.
Okay, yeah, but oh yeah, that Golden State one, that was huge. That Golden State one was huge. Definitely a big event indeed. A big shot. Definitely a big shot, and they ended up being OKC. So this is, guys, ASN history. All the events that occurred on this day. They do this every day, so please make sure to check out their Instagram at ASN Throwback. They do this every day for, they pretty much do this every day, and hey, there might be an event that you didn't know happened on this day. So check out their Instagram, ASN Throwback on Instagram. All right. All right. So now let's move on here. All right. So let's talk about this. George Pickens, there was a very big story about this with George Pickens, whether they were going to franchise tag him, and they officially placed a franchise tag on George Pickens. So, yes, so George Pickens, obviously key receiver, who came in from Pittsburgh to Dallas. Basically to help out the Dallas offense. And now the Cowboys, they are franchise tagging him. So, Zion, so what are your thoughts on this? The Cowboys, they franchise tag George Pickens.
What does that mean?
To be honest with you, let me search that up, because and I hear about this, but I never really know what it was, and I see it, but I'm like, what is this? Pretty much. Meaning Pickens will be permitted to negotiate with other NFL teams, but the Cowboys have the right to match any offer. Let's see.
So that means that they can only instead of giving him like a whole contract, they're gonna pay him for 1 year so that no other teams can get him.
Yeah, so an NFL franchise tag is a 1-year guaranteed contract tender that teams can apply to one independent free agent, preventing them from hitting the open market and allowing the team more time to negotiate a long-term deal. So I think basically what they're saying, they will sign him to a 1-year deal, but I'm pretty sure that I don't think other teams can get him pretty much.
Nah, they can't.
I don't know. It's pretty complicated with franchise tag, but the Cowboys, they just did that with George Pickens. And yeah, so that's George Pickens. He'll be franchise tag for at least a year with the Cowboys. And then I guess we'll see what happens with George Pickens.
That's terrible.
What will be his future be in Dallas? We will see. All right, so now let's move on to the NFL Draft Combine. That's been going on right now. It's actually going live right now, actually. Right now, they're doing the tight ends right now. So as you guys saw, it started on Thursday with the D-lines, linebackers, and punters. That occurred on Thursday. And then fast forward to today, the DBs and the tight ends. And man, I was actually watching the DBs today, their combine, and I was really impressed. I was really impressed with these DBs. There were 3 guys in particular who were consistent throughout the competitions that I saw, were consistent and are very talented. So here's the 3 that stood out to me. Number 1, Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo. Lorenzo Styles Jr. We're going to mention Lorenzo Styles Jr., his 40 time, his brother's 40 time, all that. And then Dylan Thieneman from Oregon. So those are the 3 that stood out to me for the DBs group, the DBs, the safeties, and that group. So
why did those 3 particularly stand out to you so much?
I feel like they stood out to me because, and I feel like they were consistent pretty much. Like they kept up their good competition from the 40 to the vert to the other competition, and I saw him in every competition, and they were like consistent, basically. Like they stood out to me in those competitions. But obviously there were other, but obviously there were others, but I feel like those three stood out to me that I saw, that caught my eye. But there was obviously a lot of talent besides that three. There was a lot of talent that occurred there, and if you look back at the combine, you're going to see a lot of talent there with that. So, all right, so let's talk about the 40-yard dash. So here's the top 10 fastest 40s. This was, I believe, combined with day 1 and day 2. As you can see there, Zion. So actually, this is not updated actually because some guy, some DB, beat that record today. So I'm gonna showcase you that. So first, before I show you that, what are your thoughts on this? Top 10 fastest 40s.
I would say, I say everybody 6 up was moving. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
No. The most impressive one was probably like the big boys, because as you see, the edge from Ohio State is in number 1, and then the other edge is from Texas Tech is in 4th, and then the other edge is in 6th.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking about Texas Tech, David Bailey, I actually have a video here of David Bailey's 40-yard dash. So here it is, 19 seconds. Here it is.
4.162 is the split. 4.51 for David Bailey. That is a box checked.
Yeah, and I said those top guys, 4.55. He went right underneath that, and I think he didn't have a total clean start either. I think he can go faster. And
man, that's fast. So Zion, so what are your thoughts on that clip?
He was moving. For his size, he probably moved faster than most receivers I know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely moving out of 4.5. Especially as an edge rusher. Hey, that's scary. That is definitely very scary, especially out there in the top 4. That is something that's very good. For a guy his size. So he was a part of the first group, David Bailey, and now so here's this group right here, the DB. So as you can see, Zion, a lot of change compared from that to this. Obviously the high here, Arvell Reese, edge rusher, was a 4.46. But then you look at this one, and then you see that top one, a 4.32. You read that right.
Getting paid big bucks.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think I have a clip of him. Do I? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. So yeah. So So obviously that's number 1. Obviously there, Toriano Pride Jr. from Mizzou at number 1. Then Dalen Everett at 2. Chandler Rivers was another one I saw. As a 4.4. That kind of stood out to me in the 40-yard dash. And then Charles Demons from Stephen F. Austin, not a big-time school, an FCS school, but standing out over there in that top 5. And then obviously you got Dormani Jackson at that 5 spot, tied with the others. So, yes, Zion, that is crazy. Definitely that 4.32 definitely stood out for sure. So, all right, so I'm gonna play the other 40 times, the other 40. So here's we're gonna talk about Sonny Styles. So here's the clip, 7 seconds. Yeah, so this was Arvell Reese, linebacker, in the Sonny Styles, Ohio State, standing up.
Wow.
7. And definitely that one school, Ohio State, definitely stuck out to me, in this draft. Ohio State players, they impressed me with that one. Sonny Styles, his brother Lorenzo Styles, as you can see, Arvell Reese, man, Ohio State, Zion, they were represented in that NFL draft combine.
For sure.
Right.
I would say so. Because from data, basically, I think I don't see nobody on Ohio from DBs, but from the other chart, I seen like 2 or 3 Ohio State players that was in the top 5.
Yeah, for sure, indeed. So one of the guys here, Sonny Styles, linebacker from Ohio State, 6'5", ran a 40-yard dash, 4.46. I believe he's on here. Yes, he's the second right here, as you can see, out of the linebackers and edge rushers. He was number 2, and he was the first among linebackers. So he was the first among the linebackers group. Had a vertical jump of 43.5, and I believe I have that clip right here. I just don't know which one is it, because I got 3 others. So he got up 43.5. So Zion, so what are your thoughts on that one? 43.5 for a linebacker.
I mean, that's very impressive with his height and his weight and him being able to jump 43.5. That is very impressive.
Definitely 6'5", guys. I don't know if you guys can see from the audience, 6'5", 244, linebacker, Ohio State. That was a tank. Plus, you got a vertical jump of 43.5. That is the first all-time among linebackers, as you can see right there, 43.5. And then he had a broad jump. So basically, the broad jump, as you guys know, you guys got to stay still and then jump. He got a 11-2, tied 4th all-time among linebackers. So Zion, so what are your thoughts on these stats from Sonny Styles, Ohio State?
I would say he is a crazy athletic athlete. He broke 2 records and came 4th in one of them records. And he most definitely gonna get paid the big bucks also.
Yeah, for sure, indeed. Sonny Styles definitely impressed in the linebacker group, I believe, from day one. The linebacker group, and his brother Lorenzo Styles definitely impressed me today in the DB group. He probably was the most that I was actually impressed. You know, he was consistent throughout every competition, and like I'm talking about like every competition, like 40-yard dash, vertical jump, and then the other competition that they had. He stood out to me throughout the whole day, the whole combine. So I believe I have a side to side here between him and his brother. So let me see if I can find it. No, it's not that one. This one right here. I can see he's mute. But look at that. Both brothers moving. As you can see, Lorenzo Styles got a 4.28, a 4.2, a 4.28 from Lorenzo Styles today for the DB group. So Zana, so what are your thoughts on that? His brother getting a 4.28.
I'll say like they both definitely been working. They definitely been working together since they was little, because they them both getting 4. Not I'll say like them both getting like 4s in speed and 40-yard dash. And that's also just very impressive for both. I don't know the height or the weight of the brother, but I'm assuming if you're a DB, he might be like a little slimmer. So I would say as a DB, that might be like I wouldn't say average. I'll say like that was like speed. I'll say like that's not like a bad time, but I'll say for some DBs it might be like a little faster. So that's what I think about it.
Yes, so Lorenzo Styles, to answer your question, Zion. So Lorenzo, 6'1", 195 pounds, cornerback number 3 from Ohio State. So you're 6'1", 195.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good size. So I'll take it back. That's actually pretty fast.
Yeah, for sure. You know, definitely the brothers, they showed up in this combine. You know, Sonny with day 1, and then now you got Lorenzo on day 2. Both of them impressed him. And then there was one more 40-yard dash. One of the guys, Dylan Thanaman, one of the consistent guys that I saw. So 11-second clip right here from Dylan from Oregon.
4.37. Holy safety is right.
One of the more impressive runs out of the 40-yard dash from the safety group that day. So Zion, so what are your thoughts on Dylan there with 4.37?
Like for a safety, I would say that is very, very fast. Cause I play safety myself, and that's crazy fast. He also getting paid the big bucks. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, for sure. And Zion, if you watch that combine, back with the DB group, you're going to be very impressed with that DB group because it definitely impressed me with that DB group. By the way, before I continue, Zion, do you see your chat in the bottom right corner?
Yes.
Give me a little shout out real quick with those people, giving support. So, all right, so give me a little shout out from them.
Wait, you said give him a shout out.
Aiden.
I think Aiden because he my teammate. His name, what is it? Amir Anderson. Yeah, that's my teammate Aiden. Then above that, that's my auntie, Auntie Jerusha. Shout out to you too. Then uh, that's my classmate. Wait, I don't know.
That's my please.
I don't know.
Supporter.
Yeah, it's a supporter. Underneath that. Yeah, I think all my supporters.
Teammates.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
thank teammates, coaches, supporters, family, and then underneath that, that's that's my mom, and then underneath that, I think that's my auntie Jaquila. So yeah, I want to say shout out to all of them.
Okay, for sure. Shout out to all you guys. We got a long show to go, so keep on going with the support. Keep on going with the support and supporting Zion. We got a long show to go, so please make sure to, keep on going. I do nice haircut. First choice.
Thank you. Cause I just cut it. I just cut my locks like 2 days ago.
Oh shoot! So you had locks and then you just cut it off?
Just 2 days ago. Yep. On Wednesday.
How did that feel? Just
It was. I mean, it felt. I don't even know how to really explain it. Like, it just felt very natural and normal, I guess. Because, like, it's not the first time me cutting my locks. I did it when I was younger, but I don't think I really remember much. But I cut it, and now I look like this. And then I kept my hair, and then basically that's how it basically was. Want to see?
Yeah, got you. Looks very good. It definitely looks very good. The haircut, looks very good indeed, Zion.
These.
Oh,
I kept them.
Oh no. Remainders. It's definitely a commitment because obviously you're changing your whole image.
I like my image though. I always like my image, no matter what type of hairstyle I got. On me.
Okay. Hey, for sure. Hey, you're here, your choice. Hey, if you like this way, then hey, you like it that way. Okay, so that's the clips out of the 40s, the 40-yard dash. The 40-yard dash. I do have some clips here from the vertical jump. I got 2 more clips. Okay, so we showed Sonny Styles, we showed this guy, and then now we got 2 others. We got 2 others here. One of them, I believe, D'Angelo Pons. Let me see if I can find that one. D'Angelo Pons played for Indiana, played for the national championship Hoosiers. He had the 4th best vert by a DB in NFL history with 43.5. So Zion, what are your thoughts on that from D'Angelo Pons, that clip?
He is very athletic for his position. And no. Let me rephrase that. He's very explosive for his position. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say for a vertical. That's what I gotta say. Him being able to stand and vert that high, that's pretty impressive.
For sure, indeed. All right, so those are that's Sonny Styles we just saw a few clips ago. Now that was D'Angelo Pons, and now we got this next one from Arizona, a player from Arizona who pretty impressed me from the vert. So who had a pretty impressive vert. So here it is. That was definitely very high, and he got the final. He got the small ticks that he had left, and he got that one. Arizona.
I was just thinking the same thing, like with him being short and him being able to jump that high. Now I ain't gonna say he's short because I don't know his height, but from just the video itself, he don't look like he got that much size. So for him to be able to jump a 42, that's pretty impressive too. He also explosive. for a DB.
By the way, before we continue, shout out to Baltimore Bruce in the chat. Yes, I see your comment, and this is the reason why I don't get hyped about high school recruits, because a little story here. I hyped up a high school recruit. Florida State, went to Florida State, and then basically he wasn't a starter basically at Florida State. He wasn't what I expected him to be. So obviously, yes, so true from Be More Bruce. Obviously, these numbers, they may not matter, but it definitely, keeps it keeps you in the eye definitely of that player. And then now it's the player's turn to see, will he be a bust, or will he back up those numbers on the field on Sundays against true opponents. So yes, a respectable opinion from Bruce. A shout out to you, Be More Bruce from Baltimore. So shout out to him. He's been a longtime supporter of this podcast and continues to support. So shout out to you, Bruce. Shout out indeed. All right, so that was the day, basically, of the 40-yard dash, the highlights of the day, 40-yard dash, the vertical jump from the DB group. Before we sign off from this sports topic, here's the schedule right here. So tomorrow, they're back at it tomorrow on Saturday at 1 p.m. live on the NFL Network. It will be the QBs, the running backs, and the receivers. So obviously QB, his image is right there, Fernando Mendoza. We're going to see what he does in the combine. Running back, Jeremiah from Notre Dame at running back. And then obviously you got the electric receivers that are going to showcase their skills on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you got the offensive linemen on Sunday at 1 p.m. So Zion, so what are some players that from the top of your head that that you want to see, on Saturday and Sunday?
Ooh, Casey Concepcion, he from here, and he will be going with the wide receiver group tomorrow at 1:00. And we will definitely be watching it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely the QB running back wide receiver group. That might be, an exciting group tomorrow. That's going to be at 1 p.m. tomorrow on the NFL Network, and we're going to see what these QBs got in store, what these running backs got in store, and then your guy at Zion, KC Concepcion. We're going to see what he does for the receiver group on Saturday, scouting combine, and then you got the O-line right there on Sunday at 1 p.m. All right, before we move on to your Q&A, Zion, we have this segment called Unbelievably Crazy, and I found this one thing here, Unbelievably Crazy. I found this on Instagram. So college baseball. So Zion, I don't expect you to know everything about college baseball, and to be honest, I don't know. I'm not too in depth with college baseball, but I saw this, and the college guy that I am, I'm seeing this. I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? Number 1 UCLA goes down to San Diego State. Number 2 LSU loses to McNeese. Georgia Tech loses to Georgia State. Georgia Tech number 5. And then number 6 Arkansas loses to Arkansas State. So some in-state rivals here, the little brother, getting the win over the big brother, So Zion, so what are your thoughts on those scores?
Wait, I don't really know much about the sport itself, but I would say it's kind of impressive that all of the ranked teams lost. Like all the underdog teams won. Like San Diego State, they not ranked. McNeese not ranked. Georgia State not ranked, and Arkansas State not being ranked, and they all beat ranked teams. That just goes to show that rankings don't really matter. And and you guys really you can't base it off or everything off rankings. You gotta really just play the game.
Yeah, for sure, indeed, and definitely in the world of college sports, definitely a ranked team, a high ranked team can go down on any single weekend. You can look at football, college basketball, college baseball right here, and these teams going down against low profile D1 teams. But the that stands out to me most, Zion, is that bottom score, Arkansas State. Arkansas State, 12 runs, so 12-4. So they won 12-4, had 14 hits compared to Arkansas's 8, and then they had 0 errors in that game. Arkansas had 1. So just a domination from Arkansas State there. Well, meanwhile, the others, you see San Diego State, they won by 1 score. But San Diego State, they crushed UCLA in hits 10-3, 10-3 in hits. And then UCLA, obviously, with 2 errors. McNeese, close one. And at least the game was close between LSU and McNeese. At least that game was close by McNeese. They got the win at the end. Georgia State with the win, 12 hits. Georgia State with 9 runs. Georgia Tech with 3 errors, which is not good at all. And then obviously we just talked about Arkansas State. So, yeah, so that was college baseball and unbelievably crazy segment. So, unbelievably crazy indeed. And will we see some unbelievably crazy stuff tomorrow with college basketball and maybe into March? We will see. All right, Zion, you ready for your Q&A?
Yes.
All right, so now let's learn about you. All right, Zion, so what inspired you to play football?
So it was in 2020, right? My main sport was always soccer. As soon as COVID hit, I couldn't play soccer no more. And the only sport that I could play was football. And I think that was like when I was 6. And ever since that happened, I just fell in love with the game basically and just played it up until now. And that's basically how I got into the sport anyway. If it wasn't for COVID, I still probably would have stayed playing soccer.
COVID. Oh yeah, definitely COVID, affected a lot of people, definitely affected a lot of people and affected you, from, changing from soccer to football, if it, just like what you said, if it wasn't for COVID, you wouldn't, I don't know, you like probably your future would be different compared with soccer. So, hey, very interesting. All right. So what position or positions do you play on the football field?
I play wide receiver, safety, kick return, punt return. That's it.
Okay, so kick return, punt returner, receiver, and then what else?
But safety.
Safety?
Yes.
All right, so like which one is like your favorite position to play?
Receiver.
Receiver, okay, why receiver?
Because, it's not like I'm a captain of an offense or anything like the quarterback, but like receiver is such a I love the position because the grind to be a great receiver is very I love the grind basically and just being able to do your job to say like you do your job and someone else don't as a receiver if they are part of your group you gotta still like help them and stuff like that or like teach them certain things and being a receiver just all around just being like all around fun running routes catching balls scoring touchdowns a lot. I just like that about the position.
All right, for sure. Yeah, wide receiver is definitely a fun position to play. Definitely a fun position to play. You catch touchdowns. You catch those deep balls. Definitely very exciting position to play. So, all right. So, what's your favorite thing about playing football?
Ooh, I would say making big plays when needed.
Making big plays when needed. I got you. All right. All right. So, what is your least favorite thing about playing football?
Nah, I love it. I don't got nothing I don't like about it.
Got you. All right. So, who do you idolize your game to?
I don't idolize my game after really nobody but my dad. But if I had to, I would say Justin Jefferson and guys to play around that, like play along like that role. Justin Jefferson being able to do everything at receiver.
Gotcha. All right. So, what is your favorite NFL or college football team and why?
College football, I would say Ohio State, cause their receiver core and just the talent that they produce, like Marvin Harrison Jr. I think Jackson Smith and Jigba, and and another guy that plays receiver for the Buccaneers, Amigu or something like that. I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
yes, that.
Yeah, definitely Ohio State. They definitely produce a lot of talent. Receivers, Chris Olave, Marvin Harrison, JSN. Definitely a lot of receivers, and the list goes on and on. with the talent that Ohio State has, and the talent was showcased today with the DB group. With Lorenzo Styles from Ohio State, he's definitely a dog. Sony Styles, we talked about him earlier, a dog. So
Oh
Ohio
yeah,
State,
and Caleb Downs. I would say Caleb Downs for like safeties and stuff like that.
Caleb Downs too. Yeah, hey, Ohio State loaded, just a factory, just an NFL factory over there in Columbus. All right, so what is your training / practice schedule like during the week?
I would say first thing I do, when I wake up in the morning, I got 50 push-ups, then go to school, come back, 50 push-ups, then at night, 100. And then mainly, if it's like 7 days of the week, right, I probably work out like 4, 5 basically every day. But like if I got something going on one day, it's gonna be 4.
Gotcha. So if I do the math correctly, you do 200 push-ups a day.
Yes.
Or more.
Or
Wow.
more, it just depends.
Or more. Gotcha. Hey, that's impressive. 200 push-ups. That's impressive. All right. So do you like playing in hot weather or cold weather, and why?
Cold. I love playing the cold weather. My
Mm,
reasoning is because, when it's cold, everybody feel uncomfortable and stuff, And when I'm in the cold, I don't think of it like it's cold outside, basically. It's like, say people are cold, I'm not going to be out there hand warmers and handing my hand warmer whole game, basically, just sitting around, you know. I love playing in the cold because everybody uncomfortable, but me, basically. That's what I like about it.
Gotcha. So have you played in the cold yet?
Yes, we just played in the cold for our nationals.
Like how cold? How cold?
30s, low 30s.
30s.
Yeah, 30 average, I'll say.
All right, 30s. Hey, I'm from South Florida, so obviously 30s sound cold down here in South Florida. But I'm assuming for
Yeah,
you guys,
all the Florida teams that was down there, they was complaining heavy because he was down there in North Carolina.
yeah, of course, because down here in South Florida, we enjoy our winters, and now like your winters over there in North
Yeah,
Carolina.
because the Eastern Coast and Southern is like it's flips, like seasons are flipped for y'all than for us. So if it's summer for us, it's like winter for y'all, basically.
Yeah, and I guess you can say that because our winters are, Carlos knows how to pick. Coach Tony's the one that picks the games. But back to the cold weather conversation, definitely in Florida, people say our winters are not winters because our winters are usually like 70 degrees, 70, maybe 60s. But as of recent, 40s and even got down to 30s at one point, down here in South Florida. Definitely very, very different in South Florida, definitely, yeah. South Florida's winter is not like you guys' winters now. So definitely, but y'all cold, it's different. All right. So what do you do to mentally prepare for a game?
I watch film, I just watch mainly film and practice certain things that teams do before games, like days, like maybe like a week before games. That's what I do.
Gotcha. All right. So So what is your favorite football memory so far?
Winning national championship and IU.
Okay, national championship 9U. All right, gotcha. So, all right. So, what makes you a good teammate?
I'll say helping out, like helping out people who not as advanced, like on the level that I am, basically, and like also sometimes I gotta do it to them. Sometimes gotta just drag them through the mud and practice so that in game days, if we playing against some good receivers and stuff, they know how to handle that because they guarded me all practice, because 2 days and Thursday we practice, so I drag them through the mud sometimes, all the time if we gotta like do ones or something.
Gotcha. Okay, so my co-host in the chat, he actually has a question for you, Zion. Can you read that?
What is it? How did I master defenders? You know, it's not hard. You got to put in the work, and main thing you got to do is just keep your eyes on the ball the whole time, and attack the ball first before they can get to it. That's how you do it.
All right, Coach Tony, there's your answer right there. All right, Zion. So, what are your strengths as a football player?
My route running, my speed, my catching, and my playmaking during clutch moments. That's what I would say.
In clutch moments. Okay. Yeah, definitely clutch moments. That's big time. All right. So, what is something that you want to improve on?
I would say my form on running to get mainly get faster because we just seen them combines 40-yard dashes and it's levels, it definitely levels. So I gotta do work on having right form because I'm not trying to get faster. I just want to get right form so I can move more fluently.
Yeah, so true indeed. And if you see those 40s on, definitely, four twos, four threes, four fours, definitely, and plus their forms are, elite. Their forms are elite. And then plus, tomorrow we're gonna see the receivers and the running backs go. So we're gonna see what they can showcase, in their 40-yard dash. Zion, you are fast now, according to my co-host. My co-host.
You only get faster as time go on. So, or as long as you put the work in. Matter of fact.
Yeah, for sure. Because obviously when you get older, are you gonna get stronger, faster, and definitely those things start kicking in. So, hey,
and another thing is basically I got speed training tomorrow, so I would say, trying to get more explosive and stuff like with running without the ball and with the ball. So that's what I would basically say. Replying to am I fast? I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I'm fast as I can be. Basically.
Yeah, for sure. So, before we move on to the next question, I was actually watching the combine, and then there was this coach that kept saying to them, don't measure yourself. You don't measure yourself. You just got to go. So basically, what he's saying, don't measure yourself. So basically, if they tell you to back up to the 5 yards, don't measure yourself 5 yards. Just go, boo, try and be explosive and stuff. And when players were trying to, just go, there was a lot of slipping going on. But all matters is, how do you bounce back from slipping? And a lot of players were able to, counteract that and make those catches and keep on going. So, yeah. So if you watch that draft, definitely a lot of slipping, but those players, they got back up and then obviously made the catch and finished the drill. So, yeah, definitely the main lesson in that, the combine. And that was the main lesson. So Zion, so besides football, what other sport would you like to try and why?
It would be track and tennis. Now, track is just very self-explanatory. I mean, getting my form right so I can be more explosive and be able to run faster. Because track and football basically go together with arms and legs, basically. And I would say tennis. Oh yeah. And another thing is with oh yeah, tennis would be because getting knowing how to move around and maybe because I seen sometimes where the tennis court be mad small, so it's working in tight spaces, but know how to control your body and having twitch and speed or agility to get to certain places. Because sometimes they just be hitting the ball wherever, and you got to get there to get the ball, get it back to them. So that's why I think I should play tennis. Well, I didn't say I'm going to play tennis. I'm just saying that's a sport that I would want to try.
Yeah, definitely tennis is interesting because it's basically one-on-one. It's basically one-on-one, and then basically you gotta guess basically to go, and your agility's got to be elite to play tennis because you gotta chase that ball, and that ball is fast. That tennis ball fast. So definitely, Zion. So can you read your chat there? We got some comments for you on that.
I
chat.
see. Okay, I see from. I'm starting from the top. I say I'm on Odell Eagles and all, but how do you feel playing with Garrett Davis? So I would say having him as my quarterback would basically be I mean, it's great. It's great having a quarterback at this age being able to get me the ball. So that it's great having a quarterback at this age of time, being able to throw balls deep, short, being able to read the field, and being able to get people the ball. It's just been great being him being my quarterback.
3 years.
Yeah, for 3 years.
3 years. Okay. Hey, shout out Tim. Shout out. Okay. Zion. So
Shout out to Cash. Yeah, shout out to Cash for sure.
shout out to Cash. And also, by the way, Zion, you can make as many shout outs as you can. You can shout out coaches, parents, teammates, like literally anybody you want throughout the whole show. All right.
That's more person.
Oh yeah, I see another one. That's
D-line.
Oh yeah. I want to shout out most definitely our D lineman because
No line, no shine.
yeah, no line, no shine. That's exactly what my parents be saying.
No line, no shine. Hey, I love that. I never heard of that before, but hey, I love that line. No line, no shine. Hey, I'm gonna write that down too. All right.
D line and O line, basically like they just
Shout out to me.
yeah. Shout out to like the big boy, like the D line and the O line, basically.
Yeah, for sure. Them boys in the trenches.
They always like and they got the hands in the dirt blocking for us. Because if they don't block, I mean, we're not gonna be able to do nothing on offense. So that's what I think. Yeah, that's why I say what I say.
So true. Yes, for sure. No line, no shine. I got that right here on my paper. I got it right there. That's cool. Okay. So okay. So if you could meet any sports athlete, who would it be and why?
I would say, I'll say Justin Jefferson. Yeah, Justin Jefferson. No. Wait, yeah, just Justin Jefferson. I'll say Justin Jefferson and Jaron Smith because they're two role player receivers that I like to watch a lot, and I would just ask them about like what they do in certain situations or like in certain coverages and things like that, and like yeah, and like just soak like a sponge, be like soaking it all up and remembering it at certain times. That's why I like to see either of those two or both.
Gotcha. All right. So last question, Zion. So what are your favorite hobbies / interests to do outside of football?
I would say going to a trampoline park, playing my game, and just being around with my family and stuff like that. Or catching never mind. Throwing tennis balls and catching them. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Okay, so before we move on to the show and tell, Zion, there's a question in the chat from the audience. So do you want to read that one?
9U season. What is the story on the Pop Warner Super Bowl? What did you do after? After we won the Super Bowl, I mean, we celebrated and whatnot, but after we celebrated, it's like right back to the grind. It's not too much celebrating. Not lifting your heads too much, like because you won one time. Just get back to the grind and keep on working. That's basically what I did.
All right. That's your answer right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get 1% better and trying to get another one so that the cycle can repeat, basically.
For sure, I got you on that one. All right, Zion. So that was the Q&A portion. Very good Q&A, very good answers. And all right, so let's move on to the show and tell portion. So, and I saw backstage, all the things you got. You came in with no medals, in backstage, but then all of a sudden, and I said, oh, like bring your accomplishments, bring your things. You put that on like a wardrobe and everything. So I'm pretty sure you got a lot to talk about. All right, so here's the stage right here. So this is the show and tell portion. So
okay, bet. So look, we're gonna start out with behind me.
Okay.
This is what I earned last year. Receiver of the year, 9U. From OTB, only the best, basically. And then this one from 8U, OTB, only the best, got safety of the year. And then, I've been nominated this year. I went in for a receiver and athlete. For receiver of the year or athlete of the year. And I get to see what I prefer when I got it next week. So that's gonna be exciting. And then, got this right here. It's Muhammad Ali, and it's like a holograph one. Like whatever you look at it, it says impossible is nothing, and then it says and saying impossible is an option. And then after that, it's just him knocking out I don't know who I can't even see. Yeah, him knocking out Sonny Liston. And then it's him marching or him with a like I don't know how to really explain it, but like it's like him like in a march with like a bunch of black people.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, him being he was a civil rights activist. That's what it was.
All
And
right.
then up here, it's a Kobe quote. It's a mentality. It says, "It's a constant quest to try to be better today than you were yesterday, and better tomorrow than you were the day before." What basically saying is like, if you do, say you get better, you're trying to get 1% better every day. That's basically what this quote is saying. If you great one day, you want to be greater the next day. You just can't settle for one day. You can't just settle. You gotta just keep on working. And then I don't even know if you can see it over here, but over here it's like it's basically
Martin Luther King, Obama,
a bunch of leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And Martin Luther King, Obama,
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm X,
Mm-hmm.
Nelson Mandela, and Bob Marley, and it's a Emma. Not talk about that.
All right.
I can't even see. Okay. And then, I'm gonna talk about girl on my neck. What we got for 9U for winning the Pop Super Bowl? We got this hanging around our neck, basically. Then then we got rings. I got. I ain't even. I got four. I got four rings. They all. So look, this one I think it's from 8U,
All right.
undefeated, unscored upon, and then this one was 9U, back to back,
All right.
and then these are the two Super Bowl ones.
Ooh, Super Bowl. Okay. All
And
right.
then that's only for the rings. Then I
Okay.
got a lot of stuff. And then I'm gonna start with what's closest to me. I got this basketball thingy. It's for winning. I don't even know what we won. We won something and give me a trophy for it.
Mm-hmm.
Then this is my first year doing flag football. Well, not this year, but like a couple years, like when I was like 8. And I got MVP.
All right.
And we won a championship. Then I got another basketball one.
Tell me, actually nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty nice at basketball. I think this is from the LaMelo Ball tournament.
Okay.
And then, I got a football one. Now 6. MVP again. We
All
won.
right.
Yeah. Then, I got MVP. Oh, no. Yeah, MVP for basketball when I was 7 to 8. 7 or 8.
Okay. All right.
Then, let's move on here. I know you won't believe it, man, but this is baseball.
Baseball. Okay.
We won a championship, and they gave us this.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. I only did one season. We got championship.
One
Then
season.
this was from 4. This was when I'm from 4. 4U. I had 25 goals and I got MVP. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's-
soccer. It was soccer.
Okay.
I played 6U, but I was 4 years old. That's what happened, basically.
Okay.
And then, this is basketball again from when I was like 5. Yep. So yeah, 5.
All right.
And then I got another. We got another soccer one from when I was 6. And then then there's another soccer one, MVP.
All right.
Then this is the fun part. This is the fun part. I got a lot of medals.
Okay.
I don't even know what half these is. Just a lot of medals.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my show and tell, basically.
Okay. Hey, Zion, that was a very impressive show and tell. That was
Appreciate
a very impressive, baseball, soccer, football, basketball. Hey, we're going through all avenues during the show and tell. You had 3 sections of that show and tell. You had the back, that Kobe mentality one. That's very impressive. Your posters, the people that inspire you, definitely very good in the back. Your trophies, your medals, those rings you showcase. Hey, Zion, that was very impressive.
Thank you.
Very good job. Okay. Hey, a very good start into the show and tell. And hey, we're just getting started. All right, guys. So we got so that was Zion show and tell, and now we're gonna do the picture portion of the show and tell. All right. So, but before we do that, on our 100th episode, we had a contest of the best overlays, and here's who won. We announced it. Tate Medina out of Texas, football player out of Texas. Plays receiver, linebacker, plays on both sides of the ball. This was his media day. So that was his media day picture with his team down there in Texas. So Zion, so what are your thoughts on this picture right here?
It's a pretty tough picture. I'm not even gonna lie. The gloves, I do definitely recognize them. It's kind of, I just like how he put how he color coded all his accessories with his uniform. And I just like how he color coded with his accessories, basically with his jersey. Yeah, it's like what Deion Sanders said. You look good, you play good. So I just like how that fits with his team's colors and stuff.
Deion Sanders, indeed. You look good, you play good, you feel good, they pay good or
Hey,
something.
good.
Good, and then you pay good, you live good. It goes on and on and on,
I'm trying to look good, So
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So let's move on to the overlays, that we received after the 100th episode from guests after the 100th episode. So basically, Zion, I'm gonna show some overlays, and basically you're just gonna rate it 1 out of 10. All right.
Oh, that last one was like a 9. Yeah.
All right. So here's Landon Avery. We interviewed him after the 100th episode. He was I forgot what number he was, but here's a picture of him winning his championship with his team. So Zion, so what are your thoughts on this picture? 1 out of 10.
Very basic, but it's very basic. But I just like the colors, like the design with the gators. I would say it's like a smooth, I'll say like an 8.
8?
And the trophy itself is just hard, so I like it.
All right, for sure. All right, so here is I can't even forget his name. Fudge. We got canceled for this, but I feel bad for Coach Tony. Okay, but we interviewed him as a returning guest. So Zion, so how do you rate this photo 1 out of 10?
I don't really know. It gets just a real basic picture. Nothing wrong with it. I say like a 7.
7. All right, 7. All right, so here's this next picture of Carter Penn. Carter Penn.
This is definitely better. I'll say, all the. I don't even know what to say. It's just a lot going on. I'll say now. I'll say an 8.
8. All right, 8. Okay, so before we get into the next overlay, we got a question for you in the chat. A pretty positive question here for you, Zion. So, how about you read that question?
Zion, how are you so well spoken to be 11? Do you work on it with your parents? To respond to that, I think not too long ago, before this even started, that's the only time I even spoke about it with my parents. So I would say not really.
All right.
Yeah, that's gonna be my answer for that.
Yeah. All right, so there's your answer.
It's just natural, just responding to questions basically.
It's natural. All right. Hey, a very good job so far, Zion. Very good job, and also very good question. Hey, I'm loving the engagement from the chat, guys. Keep on going. We still got a long way to go in this show. So keep on going with the support. Keep on going with the engagement, guys. I'm loving it so far. Okay, Zion. So that's an 8.
Yeah, I said like an 8. Yep.
All right. So now here's the next one from Carter Penn. Here's the his third overlay. So how do you rate this? 1 out of 10.
An 8.
Yeah, another 8. Okay, so why an 8?
I mean, he just with the background, him being blue and stuff, and then the front and pointing at the camera with the Jordan best. I like how the Jordan show, how the Jordan sign is showing Logo. My bad. Logo is showing in the front. I like that. I said like another 8 because it's something slight. Like it's like a B basically. If you get like an 8, it's like an 8 out of 10 basically. So it's like an 80. So I like it.
All right, that's cool. All right, so let's move on. So this is Parker Floyd. We interviewed him.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, so we interviewed him not too long ago. We interviewed him. This is a picture of his, making a play. So Zion, so what are your thoughts on this? 1 out of 10.
I think it's very tough. Like what his number on the sleeve. I realized that just now. With the one leg sleeve, with his number on the sleeve again. That's hard. Then the background being blurred. I know how to do that. That's tough. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a 9. And yeah, and his shoes. He got the what them is hardened bottom 9s. Yep. And yeah, I think it's a 9. I say a 9.
All right, a 9 indeed. All right, from Parker Floyd. Okay, so now moving on to our next guest. I just interviewed this guest, Tice Hamill, from Texas. So this was his picture that he showcased to us back in episode 106. Very good guest interview. Class of 2030 basketball player from the state of Texas. Very great kid interview. It was a great show in general. You guys should check that out. Episode 106. So shout out to his cameraman Aiden for shooting this picture. So Zion, so how do you rate this photo 1 out of 10?
It's very simple, but it's very like I like simple drift. I ain't going on. Sometimes people just be overdoing stuff for no reason. He kept it simple, just with one like little leg sleeve, like one little leg plat. And I always say like, hey, 8, yeah, 8.
All right, an 8. All right, so let's move on. So, okay, before we move on, we got a question for you in the chat, Zion. So, do you want to read your question?
Oh yeah, I got you. Zion, what's the biggest lesson you have learned this year? Ooh, I would say probably don't take no opportunity for granted because you never know when you might get that opportunity ever again.
For sure. A great question. Great question from the chat. Very great question indeed. All right, let's move on. So same guy, Tice Hamill. I'm assuming this was from the same tournament. Same camera guy, Aiden. So yeah, so here's his picture. So Zion, so how do you rate it 1 out of 10?
9.
All right, so why a 9?
I love defense, seeing your defense.
For sure indeed. And plus he's locked in that photo. I told him I loved it. So
yeah,
definitely. Okay, so we got a question. I don't know if it's a question, but pretty much the thing's like a comment to you, basically. So do you want to?
Are you ready for middle school football, and what are you looking forward to as you enter middle school? I would say I'm more than ready for middle school football. The main thing that I'm looking forward to is first year. First year, staying focused, like basically like just locked in, like with my work and stuff. Being locked in, like whole time I'm in middle school, basically. Just keeping my grades up to par so I can play like getting A's and B's and stuff. And main thing being like, just keeping your grades up to par so I can play. And just being good overall. As football, I would say, gaining coach trust so I can play, and showing that I'm being able to play as a 7th grader, right? As being a 7th grader, and being able to play it, so I can have opportunities to play and like how it goes in middle school, basically.
All right, for sure. Great
and
answer.
playing at a high level.
For sure, indeed, high level. That's the goal. All right, great answer, Zion. Great question from the chat. Great question. Keep on going with the engagement, guys. I'm loving this engagement. All right, so now let's move on to your pictures, Zion. So basically, for your pictures, you don't have to rate it. Obviously, it's your pictures. Obviously, you don't have to rate your pictures. It's obviously your pictures. So, all right, so I'm gonna show this first picture. I'll basically give me a little story about this picture. Where was this tournament? What were you doing in this play? Basically, so like a show and tell, basically. So here's this first picture. Give it.
Okay, so one moment to this plan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what happened it was before our first game of the season, and we were just doing like warm ups. I was just lining up at receiver, looking inside at the ball. That's basically all I gotta say. That's basically. Yeah, getting ready for the game. Just warming up, basically, just looking inside for the ball.
All right, for sure. Getting ready for the game. All right, so was this in Charlotte?
Yes, it was. It was at Cox Mill High School.
Okay, so at a high school. So how's the competition over there in North Carolina?
Out of Pop Warner. Very. Now there's a lot of slept on teams. Like there's a lot of slept on teams that are very very good but not well noticed. And plus, it's just like good competition down here. I want all the work, so like that's why I look at all teams basically. And I look at all the teams that's in North Carolina that's supposed to really beat somebody. So that's why I think about it. I think it's like a lot of talent, but not really known.
For sure. All right. All right, so let's move on to your second photo here. So, all right, so give me a little story behind this one.
Photo shoot, 9 years old. And it was that night. And shout out to the cameraman T Green. And I don't think you can really see it because my 2 front teeth is over my grill. But I had a grill in my bottom tooth. In my bottom teeth. That's basically what it is.
Gotcha. And if you guys noticed, by the way, for the audience, that was the same picture we used to promote this podcast tonight. So yeah, definitely a tough photo indeed. A tough picture indeed from you at 9 years old. So tough picture, Zion.
And shout out to Next Trend. Even it might see this, so guys have to not to. I love all that stuff.
Shout out to Next Gen.
Next Trend, like what I got in my mouth. What I got in my mouthpiece. Next. Trend.
Okay, Next Trend. Okay, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Nice mouthpiece. And shout out to you guys. All right, Zion. That's the picture portion. Very impressive pictures. Great stories. All right, now let's get into the videos. The part, where we show the audience why you're elite, why you're here on the podcast. This is the section right here. This is the show and tell portion, that we show the video. So we got some clips here of you. I'm pretty sure the audience, they're excited to see it. And yeah, so let's get this underway. So let's play this first clip, 18 seconds long. So here it is.
Please stand by. Technical difficulties.
Oh, okay, we're back. Okay, I don't know, for some reason, just kicked me out. Had the same issue. I don't know if you guys know, from the last episode with Tice. The first episode we filmed, same issue happened, and a whole technical difficulty happened, and huge thing. I'm grateful it didn't happen again. Here I am. Okay, so Zion, so give me a little show and tell about that clip, the 18-second clip.
So it's 30 degrees basically, low 30 degrees to be exact. Nationals, we driving down the field. We got good momentum, and like it was like a very big play in that moment. Going up, catching the ball for 3 people, and getting us very close to the end zone. And that's what I gotta say about that.
Okay, for sure. Zion, before we move on to your next question, we got some questions here in the chat. 2 questions from the chat. So
okay, Zion, do you mimic any NFL receiver styles with your play, or are you building on your own style? That's actually a good question because I don't really mimic nobody for real, but I take plays that I don't take plays, but I take certain movements that they do at certain times, and I just build it onto my game basically. So it's like I'm building my own style with certain parts of NFL players. If you know what I'm saying. All right. And then what is your nickname? What people call you? Well, I had a lot of nicknames.
All right.
So when I was 6 years old, they called me Sweet Feet. When I was 7, Prime Time. 8, Mr. Excitement. 9, Mr. Excitement. 10, Mr. Excitement.
Okay, so we have a total of 3 nicknames: Sweet Feet, Primetime, and Mr. Excitement.
Yes. It's on the back of my shirt.
What's on the back of your
Where is it?
No, that's the other hood.
Oh, that's the other hoodie. I'm tripping. That's not this one. But yeah, that's my nickname. That's what they call
Shout
me.
out to T-Green.
Yeah, shout out to T-Game for these two.
Yeah.
All right, for sure, Mr. Excitement. All right, for sure. All right, so let's move on to your next clip, 21 seconds long. So here's the next clip, 21 seconds. So if you guys noticed that play right there, Coach Tony mentioned this from earlier. How do you muster your defenders? That was the clip right there. So Zion, so explain to me your thought process behind that play right there.
You know, I don't really know thought process. You know, we down one. We in like the fourth quarter with like 2 minutes left. We doing like a 1 minute. We do like a 2 minute offense. You ain't calling plays for real. You just lining up, trying to get down the field.
Mhm.
Ain't really no that's really not no thought process. Being like a playmaker. You know, at that time I'm just thinking if they get me the ball, we have a chance to get down in the field and score and we can be up. So at that time, I'm just thinking like if I catch it, well, when I catch it, it's gonna be a chance for us to win. Just making plays at certain times is just like a very big thing that I do. So that's what I was thinking at that time. Just not getting excited about it because we don't got that much time. That's why I ain't celebrated do nothing. I just gave the ball back to the referee and went back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, guys. Stay disciplined and moving on to the next play. All right, so Zion, so there's a question in the chat for you from the same person that asked you, what is your nickname? Coming back again.
What are the key players on defense that helps you do your job on the turf? I would say, it's two people that I really like. One of them would be Airy because, he do everything. Ball hawk, he hit, cover, and that's really about what he do. Really, that's really about the definition of kick. Oh, and he return kicks and punts,
Mhm.
and he's very intelligent with what he does. So, and then the other one would probably be, Christian Gonzalez. He is a lockdown DB. You seen him. You seen what he did in the Super Bowl for Jackson Smith and Jigba. He had the whole entire team on. He might have been like the only player on the Patriots that was actually trying to win.
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez, he's from Colombia, one of my nationalities, Colombia, obviously, my brother, he's a supporter of the Patriots, playing for the Patriots, he favorite player of his. And yeah.
And another thing about him, like he very disciplined, he has very good technique, and he don't bite for certain moves. He don't really bite for anything. Basically, he stay his ground, and until you make a move, he's not gonna move.
For sure, indeed, Christian Gonzalez, lead player in that defense for New England. Okay, so before we move on to the next question, we have another question for you in the chat.
Zion, you work hard on your off time. What advice would you give to your peers and kids younger than you looking to have an impact on their teams this year? Okay, that's a good question. So I would say, yes, you most definitely have to work on your free time. Also, want to be average, which is not going to get you no farther than maybe middle, maybe high school. Nah, maybe middle school. And then like I would say, you have to work hard. You might not have to work out as much. Well, yeah, you might have to go outside and like catch balls and like run routes and much. But you always got to be inside doing something, like working on something. And then I would say like the advice, like I said earlier, never take things for granted because you might not ever get that opportunity again.
For sure, indeed.
And always try to get better, always trying to improve on your game.
For sure, indeed. And also, Zion, that quote that you said that that you don't take opportunities for granted, that goes on for life, and even outside of football, definitely outside of life, that advice goes with everything in life, including football. So great advice right there, Zion. Great question from the chat. I'm loving the engagement, guys. Let's keep on going. And hey, I'm gonna put a link in the chat once we get done with these videos so that you guys can talk to Zion. All right, yo. So we got two more videos to showcase. So here's his next clip, 50 seconds long, 5-0. So here's his next clip. Here it is. Very impressive, Zion. And plus, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was another clip right there, over 3 of the defenders again. So Zion, give me a little short story about that one.
It's just, me making plays when needed. Like, that also comes in mind with like being a playmaker and stuff. It's just plays that was needed at certain times. Like when we was dropping down the field and we lost momentum. Mainly I was there to bring the momentum back. As you see, like in the first clip, we came off and they had did like I don't even know what they did before, but they had did something. I think they blitzed or something, and they got us back mad far. So then, what happened was, they gave me I think like an over route, and I kind of climbed it, and I got the first down, and that brought our momentum back up. And I would just say like my touchdown, basically, it's just fake them outside, get them a little jab, because it's cold, so. I mean, no one really trying to move their feet for real. So, I gave him a little jab outside. He definitely did. He bit. And then, I come back outside, go up top and grab it and bring a touchdown. And that's basically what happened.
All right, for sure. And before we move on to the last video, there's a question for you in the chat, Zion.
I look up Odell Eagles 10U, and it says another team other than Coach Davis. It says Coach Mendez. Oh, that's our B team. We got 2 teams. It's an 18-minute B team.
All right, so that was 10U. Okay. All right, so so now let's move on to the last clip. Final clip is 1 minute and 8 seconds long. So grab your popcorn. That's the last clip. Last clip right here. So 1:08. Here it is. Another great clip. A lot of compilation of clips there. So Zion, give me a little story behind that one.
So, basically, it was just like, I would say, first of all, I'm going to say shout out for our quarterback for that game, which would be CJ. CJ. And he was stepping in that quarterback because, our quarterback ain't come to that game. He was hurt, basically. And, he stepped up and made some big plays. Now, I want to point out one thing about one of them clips. First one, at one point, as soon as I caught it right, I was still fumbling with it to get it. Like, the turkey. So
Yeah.
what happened basically was, glad I had my pouch because, like, what happened was I caught it right and I was fumbling with it and I brought it like this up to my chest basically, and I kind of had it over my pouch, and that basically broke me all the way there because if that pouch was, I'll say if the pouch was been there, still would have been the same outcome, but like, it would have been less sloppy. But like, however it works, it works. And that's how I think about the first play about like how that was. And then, I'll say like the last one probably would be like my favorite one, probably because like it's like I come like a slant, and the dude he thought he had to pick me like that, and I just went up and go snatched it like that. Basically, that was a easy touchdown, and I'm just like it's just basically a compilation. Both all three is basically just me making plays.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely those videos had something in common. You making plays for sure, indeed.
Yeah.
By the way,
Basically like in like the biggest stage basically for this time because like it's nationals. So.
national. Oh yeah, definitely big time nationals. Definitely big time. And also shout out to your QB CJ. And I was watching those clips, and CJ, you were very good, man, with those throws. Very impressed with you, man. CJ, shout out to you.
And he only our backup.
Oh, back. Oh man, oof. That QB battle gonna be oof. That's gonna be a battle. That QB battle, but hey, good job, CJ. Great job. Okay, but before we move on, put in the link in the chat. We have a few questions for you, CJ, while that video was going on. So I don't know if you can see the first.
I see it, yeah. How is your relationship with your dad, being that he's your trainer, and do you like working out with him?
Careful, he's right there.
So look, the relationship, like, it's like we really inseparable, but like, sometimes like we really inseparable. Like sometimes he just be doing too much sometimes, bro. Like he just be overly doing stuff, But it's the results really show. So like I ain't really complaining like that. I'm complaining, but I'm not complaining at the same time.
Okay, I got you. All right. So there's a
And
second.
then I said like we inseparable basically with the relationship. So and yeah, we really locked in, We play the game all the time,
Play games, train.
I play with him, I play games with him, He train me.
Okay.
He do homework with me. He basically do everything with me basically.
Man, I love it. Okay, so there's a second question for you.
And do you feel any pressure when you playing football? No, stress free. Absolutely not.
I love that. All right.
When you line up against a defender or when you line up as the defender, what do you look for or what is your mindset? Oh, I like this question so much. So like what happens is basically when I'm at receiver, I'm like, it don't really matter how you playing me, This is all I have in my brain, like he just can't guard me, it don't really matter who guarded me, to be honest. He can't guard me, get me the ball, But that's very,
Receiverish.
yeah, very receiverish. So I would say what I look for basically is where a DB lined up, what covers they're in, or if he's gonna bail or he's gonna stay. And but a lot of DBs that I played against, they don't press, they just play like 15 yards back, 10, 15 yards back. And yeah, so it's just always I gotta get to that space as close as I can, and if he's still bailing, just drop down and sit. And then if I'm on defense, whole time I'm taking inside leverage and I'm watching his hips whole time. Until his hands raised, I'm not looking up.
All right, for sure. Great questions from the chat. Great questions, Zion. Great answers. And I think the chat should be rewarded, Zion. So guess what? I'm going to put the link in the chat, all right, for you guys to join in, talk to Zion, give him your advice, your positive feedback, anything that's positive. So link is loading.
Awesome. So
it's now in the chat. All right, guys, links in the chat. You guys want to click the link, join Zion. You can talk to him, give him, inspiration, advice, questions, anything positive, anything positive you guys want to talk to Zion about, you guys can do it. You guys have the floor. There's a link. Come to the podcast and talk to Zion. Okay, so in the meantime, Zion, I have one question to ask you.
okay.
That we ask all our athletes. So every athlete has a story behind their number. So what is your number and what's that story behind that number?
So, my story behind my number is basically when my dad played in high school, I think, at high school and college, we wear number 2 for basketball,
Mhm.
And I just carried that all the way through, basically, from, I think, when I was like 7. After I had changed from I first was 24-8 because I thought it was because of Kobe, basically.
Mhm.
And then after that time period, basically passed up, basically. I don't know what happened, but I just settled in with 2, and then ever since 7, I just had to, basically.
All right.
It's really from my dad the whole time.
For sure. Shout out to Dad. Dad, you're near.
Yes.
Can you pop your hand? Can you pop your hand real quick? Hey, shout out to Dad.
I do.
Show yourself to the audience. All
What's
right,
going on?
for sure. All right. Hi, Zion. Links in the chat. Come on, guys. Yeah, click the link in the chat. The engagement's been good. Click that link in the chat and talk to Zion here tonight. Yeah, talk to Zion, given
This guy, he was going crazy when I cut my hair.
Yeah.
I'm talking about he was not trying to hear none of that.
Yeah.
He said no. As
We
soon
disagreed on that,
as
as though we
soon-
do a lot of things.
As soon the millisecond that my mama said that she was going to schedule the appointment, she said, and then no, he said, no way you're cutting the hair that I gave you.
that I gave you.
He said the hair I gave you.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not that deep. It's not like I'm cutting your hair. And he was like, yes, it is. Your hair carries a lot of memories
Yes.
and power.
It's significant.
All right.
It's in the head.
Guys, and I love this Zion, but we have someone click the chat, click the link in the chat. So let's bring him in. Familiar person. All right, Mr. Hood, what's up, man?
Oh,
What's going on? What's up, man? What's up? I just want to say, man, Zion, you keep up with the good work, man. You keep working hard. It's all gonna pay off. It's always been said to you. To Sean Javaris, y'all know y'all been doing a great job. Y'all keep going. Y'all keep doing it. And you know how it go. We waiting. Everybody waiting. So
Shout out to you, King, too. That's definitely that's
he
one
was
of
the
the
original
trainers too.
Yeah, he was
as well.
He was like my first.
Because-
He wasn't my first. He was like my second trainer, basically.
Yeah.
So
definitely
I want you, man. I'm proud of you, man. You keep up the good work and don't let up no pressure on these boys out here. You keep getting what they asking for, cause they come to the field with all that them gums and all of that, and you keep doing the work. You keep working like you doing. It's all gonna pay off, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. Keep up the good work.
Likewise. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
All right, for
I
sure,
get out of
Mr.
here.
Hood. All right, for sure. Thank you, Mr. Hood. Thank you.
All right.
I don't think you know. Oh, never
All
mind.
right, Zion. Great call, but are you ready for another one?
Yes.
Sure.
There's another one coming in, and I think it's someone that looks familiar. Here it is.
Let's see.
Ah,
Ah,
hello.
yo.
What's up?
What's up?
I just want to say, I'll go be quick, but I'm just gonna say that you the GOAT. You the GOAT.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna say.
I said appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Definitely. Appreciate it.
Keep working.
Yeah, you keep working too. You gonna be like you gonna be somewhere near me one day.
All right, for sure, Nathan. I thank you for clicking on the link. Thank you. All right. Hey, 2 very good calls. 2 very good calls, man. 2 very good calls. I'm impressed. All right. All right, Zion. How about some trivia? You ready for some trivia?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for you.
All right. I don't know if you saw the last episode we did with Tice. He's a basketball player, and we did NBA teams. So, in NBA they have about I think 32 teams or something like that, and then the NFL they have 30 or something like that.
32.
So okay, so all right. So can you name all the NFL teams?
I can try.
Hey, I love it. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share my screen. I have a trivia right here, so let's see. All right. All right, I got the thingy right here, so all I gotta do is just share my screen, and off we go. All right. Share screen. All right. All right. And it's about to come up anytime now. And here it is. Okay, Zion, can you see?
Yes, I can see. Oh Lord have mercy.
Okay, so obviously there's 30 teams. Are you ready? 6 minutes. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so basically you're just gonna name the teams and then I'm gonna type it and then name 32. Are you ready?
All
3,
right.
2, 1, go. Okay.
Panthers, Vikings,
Okay, wait. Panthers, Vikings, go.
Bears,
Okay, go.
Bills,
Okay.
Seahawks,
All right. Super Bowl champs.
Patriots,
All right. Runners up.
Browns,
There you go.
Bengals,
Yep.
Bill. No. Oh, what the Eagles?
Okay, there you go.
Um. What's the goal? Colts. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Colts. All right. Yep.
Titans,
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Dolphins,
Dolphins. Yeah.
Jets.
Dolphins. Jets.
Yeah.
Jets. All right. That's answer.
Baltimore Ravens,
Ravens. All right.
Steelers,
Steelers. All right.
Texans,
Texans. Let's go.
Jaguars,
Jags.
Browns.
Let's see. I think
No. Denver Broncos.
Broncos. All right. Broncos.
Chiefs,
Bet.
Raiders,
Raiders.
Chargers,
Chargers.
Cowboys,
Okay. Okay. You on a roll. Cowboys.
Giants,
Giants.
Commanders,
Yep.
Lions,
Ooh.
Packers,
Yep.
Falcons,
Falcons.
Saints,
Saints.
Bucks,
There we go.
49ers,
Okay.
Rams,
Okay.
Cardinals.
Oh my gosh. You smashed it. 100. All right, be honest. Were you cheating? Zion, did you cheat or no?
Yeah, I'm just nice like that, you know. Nah, I never.
You like that? All right. Hey, 100%. You know, that took about 2 minutes. Hey, that took 2 minutes. Hey,
After I got like the whole NFC, I went to the NFC. You know, I just locked it. You know.
for sure. Hey, congrats. You know, hey, 32 in what, 2 minutes? Hey, that's great.
You know, I think since I got AB on the roll, I think I should have knew that. You know, so
Hey,
I
for
think
sure.
I think I should have known that. Oh, that was pretty easy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So
Pin-
how about we? All right. So can you do pinpoint precision? So can you locate? Okay. So hold on.
Oh no! I already know how to locate nothing of that.
Hey,
All
some
right, let
geography.
me try it. Let me try it.
You gonna try it? Okay. Hey, the screen's right there. Okay, let's go. All right. Okay, let me take out these ads. The ads are so annoying. Okay, let's go. Okay. Or hold on. This is not gonna be
Right beside California. Oh wait, yeah, wait. Oh, right next to California. Wait, Rams?
Broncos.
Wait, go to California. Yeah.
No, it's not there. The Broncos.
Oh, Denver.
Some geography.
Go to like the top left. Keep on going. Yeah, right. No, go back right there. No, up.
No, the thing's not here. No.
Oh. Hey, bro, I might have to surrender this one. You know, you can ask me all the other ones. You know, yeah, you can.
Broncos, it was right there. Denver, Colorado. Okay, Tampa.
Oh. Tampa, like down. Keep, come down. Yeah, right there.
Florida, yeah. Tennessee. So I'll basically give you a clue. So where my
Right
mouse?
there. Stop. Wait, yeah, right there.
There we go. Okay. Oh shoot. Oh. My bad. Shoot. Oh my god, what's going on? Okay.
I could have did Panthers. You know,
Okay. Jets.
that's New Jersey, right?
yeah, and things around there. Yeah, so like it's right around here.
Right there.
There you go. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Falcons.
Oh, that's it. It's in Atlanta. Oh no, I'm tripping.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Hey, Atlanta.
Georgia.
Georgia. Go to Georgia.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Sure. Buffalo.
Oh, that's in New York, right? Hey, go right there.
Right here, yep. Upstate New York. Cleveland. Where's that at?
Stop.
Ohio.
That's Ohio, right there.
Ohio, yep.
Oh my God, I'm tough.
How about Houston?
Like down, go to Texas, right there. Big
Oh,
old-
shoot.
oh, I know. Okay, Raiders. Okay,
Okay, Raiders. Okay.
go over to like near like the Chargers, but like right there behind them. Yeah, right there.
It's right there, Las Vegas. How about Detroit?
Detroit. That's in Michigan, right? Yeah, Michigan. Wait, stop right there.
Yep, Detroit.
Come on now. Too easy.
Minnesota.
Minneapolis. Stop.
Okay, so right around there.
Come on now.
How about Philly?
Oh, that's in Philadelphia. So wait, like right there.
Yeah, around there. Yeah. Washington.
I think you got me. Wait, right there.
Around there, yeah. Kansas City. It's a tricky one here.
Wait, stop. Right there. Come down. It's like right beside Texas, bitch.
Okay, so that's Oklahoma. So
Oh no. Go over beside Oklahoma.
So like
Yeah, right there.
right here?
Yeah, like right there.
Mm,
Oh,
sure.
above it. Go above it. Then. Right there.
It's like right around there. So it's basically like in the border between Missouri and Kansas. Okay, so New Orleans.
Ooh. Come right now, like right there.
Yep, New Orleans. Oh, Jacksonville.
Come down to like near Tampa Bay. Upwards a little bit. Like right there.
Yeah, like right there, Jacksonville. Oh, how about them Rams?
Yeah.
The things that,
Wait, go beside Chargers.
the answer is like right there.
Oh my God.
Go.
Chicago. Hey, stop. Go over.
Yep,
Yeah, right there.
Cincy.
Ooh, I don't know where Cincy. Wait, Ohio. Wait, go right there. Is this near Cleveland, right? If it's Ohio, yeah.
Yeah, things near, Ohio, Kentucky, Seattle.
Oh, go up. All right, stop. Come down a little bit, right there.
Seattle. How about Pittsburgh?
Oh, that's say cold air. So stop. Go up a little bit. No, go down a little bit. Yeah, right there.
It's right there. Yep. How about Green Bay?
Wisconsin. So
Wisconsin.
where Wisconsin? All right, stop right there.
Right there, Wisconsin. Okay. How about the Niners?
San Francisco. Right there.
Yeah, right around here. Right around there. Baltimore.
Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore? Where Baltimore? Let me see. Wait.
Maryland.
Stop right there. Come up a little bit. Right there. Yeah.
Dallas.
Oh yeah. Come to Texas. And then go over some. Like right there.
Right there? Boom.
Come on, man.
Arizona.
I say land. Wait. No. Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix. Jumping. Right. Stop at the borderline. Oh, okay. Okay.
New England.
Patriots. Go to Boston. Like right there.
Boom.
Come on now.
Giants.
New York. Okay, wait. Right there.
The Jets and Giants playing the same stadium. Dolphins.
Oh, come down there. Come right back right there.
Yep. One more. Come on.
This the Colts. God.
And the Colts. 8 seconds.
Indianapolis. Go to Indianapolis, then move up a little bit right there.
Right there in the heart of basketball country.
Yo, we went 64%.
Well, the reason why we went 64 because my screen kind of glitched there, and it did have two. Well, you would have had 100%, but
I mean, if I would have gotten Carolina Panthers, that would have been like a 70.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so
okay, I know. Okay, if there's any more about the country, like where they located at on the map, I'm cooked. But if it's anything else, I'm good with that. I'm good.
Sure. All right. My co-host saying good job.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, so let's go back to full screen here. Okay, so before we wrap up, Zion, we have a question from the chat. Say, what's your favorite team?
Oh, what's my favorite team? For what? For NFL or?
I don't know.
Okay, NFL. I like Eagles.
All right, Eagles.
Now stop talking to me. And then my dad's the Trash Titans.
Trash Titans. Trash Titans. Hey, don't worry. They're gonna get up there one of those days. Don't worry. They're going through that rough
time. We're coming back.
Yeah, don't worry. Cam Ward, that squad over there in Tennessee, they're gonna be good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Zion. So that was the trivia. Hey. What's your reaction to that? To that trivia.
It wasn't that hard. Like the naming the 32 teams, that wasn't hard. Now locating where they was at. Now, hey, you got me there.
Hey, because when people, ask, can you name all 30 teams in the NBA? You immediately say, oh yeah, of course, and then you list them, and you're like, and then you get stumped at like the 15th team. Like it's hard, to name.
Can never be me.
Hey, there you go. You got 100% there. You list them in 2 minutes. Hey, and then Zion, my co-host, has a question for you. What's wrong with the Panthers?
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with them, bro. They building their way back up. As soon as they start doing something, I might consider. Now do baseballs on. I don't even know what to tell you at this point. Like, I don't know. You tried just because I tried it, it's just too long for me. I don't know. I don't like waiting that long.
All right.
It's too slow, and then yeah, that's it. It's just too slow. Even though they make the most money, supposedly, they make the most money. They say so.
We might try it.
Yeah, I might try it again, but yeah, like when I'm older, and I have a little bit of patience.
All right, for sure. All right, Coach Tony, those are your answers to that question. My
question to him is, why was he answering the phone?
Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm out of this. Hey, I'm out of it.
Well, you should send a link to him and let him come here and explain why he didn't answer the phone.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know why he didn't answer the phone, to be honest with you. I don't know, but he did send me a text behind the scenes. I'm not gonna reveal it, but
He said he cooked.
Because now I need answers, man. You were supposed to be here, You're supposed to be here.
He was, I'm not gonna spill all the behind the scenes, but hey, things pop up. He is a coach.
Has it ever happened like before?
What?
It has ever happened before, or am I like the first?
Oh, no. The things happened before because he's a coach for a team. So he had his practice. He told me his practice went over. That's what he told me. But his practice went over. But hey, he's a coach for his team.
Yo.
Oh, hold up.
Someone banned him. Like someone banned him.
Hold up.
Oh, Lord have mercy, he joined.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, wait.
Well, since you put me on blast, I'm still in transit.
Okay.
Oh.
But you
Yeah,
put me on blast, so I had to come in.
Yeah, understandable, man. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's all you, bro. You know, we could talk this out one day. You know, like we just gonna act like I never said that. You know. Hey, man, but I really do appreciate the opportunity, man. Yeah, very tough.
Hey, I had to get my as they call them jits. I had to get my jits right, man. They've been sliding in the wrong direction, so I had to give them some act right.
Yeah.
It went over. It went over. I didn't forget about you. Went over. I'm like, oh crap.
It happens.
But I tuned in. I tuned in, man. It was a great interview. Man, you gave great answers. Man, you was on point throughout the whole show.
Thank you.
Man, I like it. I like it. I like it. But you know, you call me out, I got to show up.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, fair enough.
Nah, but I don't want you to feel like I dissed you or slighted you or anything, bro.
Nah, it was just a joke, man. You know, you got it.
Carlos is the one that's gonna beat me up afterwards, though. You might want to stay tuned for that.
That's all
All
right.
right, Carlos, this is what we're doing now.
Where was you at, Coach T? Come on, you can't believe him, your co-host hanging. What's wrong with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm not worried about the, I'm worried about the opportunity.
All right, since I'm out here, what you got, Carlos? And we asked our athletes 2 questions. So I'm gonna ask you the first one. What is your number and what's the story behind it?
I already asked him that, Tony.
I'm asking it again.
Okay.
So, my number is number 2. My reasoning is because from my dad, when he was in high school and college, he wore a 2 for basketball. And it mainly started when I was 7, when I changed, because my numbers before was 24 and 8 because of Kobe. And then, it basically kind of changed. I found a number, and then, I just stuck with it. And that's the reason and why I wear number 2.
All right. And you said you was an Eagles fan, right? Because I guess it's because your favorite color is green.
I like money.
Oh, that was gonna be my second thing. See, I was about to go like this, money. But where do you think the Eagles are gonna be at next year? But the NFC is gonna be a little bit tougher.
I think we're gonna do terrible.
Oh man.
Got no faith in Jalen Hurts?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh my gosh. Well, Carlos will tell you that he will take Jalen Hurts in a heartbeat, and you can have Tua.
Yeah. Oh no! I love Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts.
He would trade Tua for Jalen Hurts in a heartbeat.
Yep, ship him away. Ship him away.
I'd rather have someone who, matter of fact, Tua got too many concussions. I might not take that.
Yeah, nah.
Tua got like 7 concussions. What you mean? No.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Oh yeah. No. I'm good with that. I love Jalen Hurts. He's very good.
Would you take Kyler Murray? Because Arizona's trying to get rid of him.
Nah, I don't think we want that little bitty guy.
Gee, no love for Kyler Murray or Tua.
I mean, for a guy who's even in the league, I ain't gonna lie.
All right.
Nice to meet you, though, man.
All right. Well, we getting close to our limit, so I'm gonna have let Carlos do the wrap up, and I want to take it home, Carlos.
Okay, yeah, for sure. All right. Okay.
Appreciate you coming through, man. Have a good day. Have a good night. Yeah.
All right. Now he wants me to skedaddle, Carlos.
No.
Hey, it's your choice, Tony.
Yeah, you can stay, if you want to.
Go ahead, Carlos.
What happened? Okay. So like, share, subscribe to the channel. Here we are live on YouTube. So please make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so they get notified of when we go live. Should be scrolling down the ticker right now at Be Ready Sports Podcast on Instagram. Follow our Instagram. Sports news, podcast clips, anything related with the podcast will be on the Instagram. So please make sure to follow the Instagram, subscribe to YouTube, hit the bell icon so they get notified of when we go live. Silent Fear Online. This is Theron West II of a former guest of ours, his clothing line, Silent Fear Online. You guys can check that out. A football athlete from California, so you guys can check that out. Donate to Zelle, not Cash App, 954-664-8962. That is where you can donate to the show. All proceeds of the show will go towards the show to make it better, to upgrade it, things like that. So donate to Zelle, 954-664-8962. Pick a Portal. Sean from Pick a Portal was just here a few weeks ago, basically updating us about his business. Basically, if you're a coach that needs a player for the weekend, you're down some players. The coach can just go to the Pick a Portal, pick up the players that he needs to replace those players. And if you're a player that wants to play for that weekend, you can put yourself in
Oh yeah, football is coming. Right now he has baseball, softball, and basketball. But football is in the works right now.
There you go. All right. Yeah, so those are the sports. What Coach Sony said, those are the active sports right now on the Pickup Portal. So you guys can check that out. Pickupportal.com. Subscribe to Kason Velez, soccer player, the first soccer player that Coach Sony interviewed on this podcast. You guys can subscribe to his YouTube channel at CV7Rocket on YouTube. Subscribe to Kason Velez. Subscribe to Remy Payne, the first athlete actor on this podcast at Remy Game Football 5250. And last but not least, it's William. Tony interviewed William Miller back in episode 90. Combat athlete, motivational speaker. Notice his website. It's williammiller.com. All right.
Oh yeah. One more thing before we let you go, Zion.
Yes.
We're gonna put your video when you moss those 3 defenders on the in the video contest.
All right. Appreciate that,
Hey. That is an honor, Zion. That is an honor. Before we sign out, the Lambo and Cash show, we're about to start recording tomorrow. And expect a video soon. Basically, this show, Lambo Cash show, is a kids sports talk show. I will be the host of this show along with 2 of our former guests, Lamborghini Landon and Cash, combat athlete, and Camden Villavelso, football player. So you guys can check that out. You guys can subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is active. It is live at Lambo and Cash Show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. We should be posting a video anytime soon. It will not be a live show. It will be a recording. We will be recording as early as tomorrow. So check out the channel probably on Sunday for the for video on the show. It's a kids sports talk show with a former guest. So Lambo and Cash.
We're gonna try to air it probably once a week. We just gotta figure out what day. It just depends on how long it is gonna take to edit the episode. But Zion, you should pull up and record some episodes with us. I think you'd be great.
We're located.
We're about 9 hours south of you. We're in South Florida.
Oh, okay.
South Florida, yep. All right. In 3, 2, 1.
To be ready.
Stay ready.
And we out, y'all. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to have another dual threat athlete, Mr. Rockwell Rouse, tomorrow. With the bike song is going to explode.
All right,
I lost what I was about to say. Oh, yeah. Baseball and basketball.
All right, yo.
Tune in tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night, yo.